So let's see how much more I need to get off of these, and try to get in this bed down here and get the rest of the potatoes out. Haven't even looked at the peppers yet, or the green beans. I've picked them. Picked green beans once this week already, broke those. So right now I'm gonna get back to the ripening tomatoes. These are behind the cattle panel that I have to get to. All right, so, excuse me. Do it again. All right, well, here's what we got out of this bed, this raised bed. Still a couple of small ones out there, but a lot of them are a little green, and all those were growing very close to the top along that side. Along this side, I got the larger, whiter potatoes. So time to get this stuff down to the house, and then see what I got to move on to next. All right, I'd go change shirts, get a dry shirt on. So now I'm up at the barn, and let me show you what I'm working on. A couple of orders I got. I have got this American flag that I'm making, and it's going to be a cover for a Blackstone grill. And this grill is not exposed to the weather. A little better picture of it. This is ash, and the grain on the ash shows up so well. Really, I chose it just to, well, for one, I had it, and I also wanted the wavy looking grain in the flag. I'll get back to the other project in just a little bit. I'll show you that I'm working on, and right now I have a lot of logs to cut into firewood. I want to get it all cut, and then I'll work on splitting it. I've got this right here cut. It's a lot of osage and white oak. I got that split so far, but I still have quite a ways to go. If I can get that done, I want to get on this piece of walnut right here and get it cut into slabs and see how it looks on the inside. Transmission fluid is what lubricates my rails on the saw. It also has little areas, it's almost like felt pads that are also, they are wipers on the rails. This crotch should give me some really pretty figure in this piece of walnut. And this tape, very handy because it pulls out and locks itself. Push the button to release. So it's really handy to have here on the sawmill. Walnut also tends to gather a lot of dirt in it, which is not good for my saw blade. see what came flying out of there or not. You can see little bits down here, a little bit on this piece of poplar. Get a preview of what this is going to look like. Yeah, this should just get better and better. Well, I got all the logs I had here cut up into firewood lengths. It's a pretty good stack. I still have more at work to bring home, So at least it's all cut where it's going to do a little more drying. And now on hotter days, I'll be under the roof splitting and stacking more for the winter time. This is where I had all my logs stacked. So I ran down to our wood chips, got a couple of buckets cleaned up right there. Now that this is cleaned up, I'll hang my grandkids a rope swing from one of these branches here, and they can enjoy the area while hooking up to my bucket on the tractor. When I switched out the grapple, I backed into the chicken tractor. So there's another project. If any of you have seen my pond video where I've been trying to work to get it sealed, I had drained all the water out, cleaned the bottom, moved all the dirt and everything over to this side, and I've got about 1,700 pounds of bentonite mixed in with the dirt that I broadcasted in there. And I was supposed to be getting some dirt from work where we're digging a lake there, but the guys he told me he would bring some of it out here, some of the clay, but he's not gotten to it. So I just got in there with the tractor and started redistributing, putting more over here on the bank, ran over it as much as I could and as high as I could without knocking or tipping the tractor over, getting it all packed in around the bottom, because that appears to be where my leak was. When I brought a laser level home and shot the grade, the bottom of the pond, and where you see got a flag here and a flag over there, well, these two flags were 8 inches lower than the bottom of the pond. So I was hoping that I was leaking somewhere along this edge. But now I got to get more water in it, so let's go look at where I'm getting that. Trekking through the woods here. And over here to my neighbor's pond. And he wants it drained so he can have it dug out. So I've been siphoning water from his pond into mine. If you've not seen my video on how I get the water started from my neighbor's pond to mine, this is how I'm getting ready to do it with my shop vac. And there you go. So I got a good 1-inch stream, and it'll stay there and work until I get below the water level again, or above the water level. The water level gets below the intake up there. So we'll just let her go and continue to fill. Well, to end my day, my sawhorses that a bunch of my wood is stacked on is getting ready to take a dump. And I don't think I can stop it. Well, it did take a dump. That's okay. It didn't hurt my fan. It fell the other way. I'm glad of that. And my gallon of wood sealer, green wood sealer. So I want to end up sealing up the end of this walnut. Then I know I got a mess to straighten up. Well, I cleaned that stuff up pretty good. Ended up getting the ends of the walnut sealed. And really, it's not that big a deal. I probably needed to build a sturdier set of sawhorses anyhow to handle a lot of the stuff that comes off the sawmill. So, it's just one more thing to do on the homestead. And like I say, that's absolutely fine. I'm gonna head to the house, get cleaned up. We have some other family coming over to bring dinner to us. And see how Kim's feeling. Maybe I can get her to say hey. Maybe I'll bring you something after a while. There she is, checking more messages from people. But she is well on her way. You want to say anything to end this video?
Just ready to get back in the garden.
And I'm ready for her to get in the garden.
Thanks for all your prayers.
See ya.